Hello everybody, it is One Actor here, and welcome to some Prison Architect here. Yet again, I still can barely talk here, so I'm actually just gonna hit play on this. But, yeah, this is actually, I've started a couple of, I've started a couple prisons before this, so I have a little bit more money to start with, which will be nice, because you guys probably don't want to see a tiny little prison. But, I mean, it's still gonna be small enough where it's not overpowered and stuff like that. But either way, let's just get our shipments in for the day here, just so we can get started here and get some free stuff, you know. I mean, we're already making money, so I think we're off to a great start here. Let me just close out of this. So I want to make sure everything still works, which is nice. But, let's see, what do we get for free? That's right, we have to build a foundation first. That is the most important thing. I always do brick, just because that's how I am. I'm gonna try and put this, the generator will actually be pretty much back here. I want to do it. Yeah, the generator should be, the generator is a, what is it now? Utilities here. Generator is a, something by something. Yeah, but it's gonna be a huge utility room, so I think we're actually just gonna go down like, I think that'll be fine for utilities just in general. So let's get that built. Just right away. Actually, shoot, before I forget, we're gonna take the intake to closed. We're gonna try and strive for minimum security because, I think I'm fine with a little more. We can get a few max in here as well, but we'll build that segment later. Right now, we have to get an entrance in. That's right. Let's just get a staff door right now. Clicky here, clicky there. Alright. Just to start it off here, so that way we can actually get the room started here, and then we'll start doing a few more other things to get started. Alright, foundation is in. That is nice. Let's get the utilities in here. So we're going to need a generator. Let's put it in this corner right here, and just put one of those right there. And a water pumping station we'll put all the way on the other side. Now, me, I tend to have to put a switch right in here. We always keep the power going to the water, but then also the water valve, there has to be a water valve as well. Just so, if needed, we can turn them off, because I tend to do that. Which you guys might see a lot here. I do tend to, I tend to be one of those people who puts a lot of doors in, even though sometimes they're not necessary and stuff like that. Let's actually pipe. Let's switch that off for now. Not actually switch it on. This should be on as well. Alright, there we go. So let's build the rest of the building actually, not brick wall, brick building here. We're just basically gonna try and do the staff wing now, and the entrance, which the entrance will be down. Shoot, how should I do this? Let's actually do the entrance first. Let's just put an entrance right there. No, actually, I'm gonna expand the deliveries actually, so they're actually there's a bit more room for deliveries and stuff like that. No, put it right there. Thank you. And let's actually put a door right in here. Eventually we'll replace that, but we have no guards currently. Shoot. That works. I don't really think it matters if I rotate it. And then let's just get a hallway going right here. We should probably do some planning first, but too late. So we're just gonna get a hallway going down here like that, and then we'll just add some rooms off of it over here. Let's actually, doesn't need to be that big. Place it right there. Place it right there, and then that should be good for some rooms here. And then we'll wait for this to be built here. I don't know why that's like that. Let's dismantle that. I don't know why that. Oh yeah, they finished that room. That room is finished, but with a wrong wall. So let's just demolish a wall. Demolish that. And then do I just have to rebuild the foundation here? I guess so. Alright, there we go. And add in the door, which is not here with me. Here we go. It's the middle click button. Middle mouse, whatever. And then, yeah, we'll get some power going here in a little bit. What happens if I lock shut? Okay. So it is working alright. So then let's get utilities here and bring the power cable all the way down to this area over here. And we'll bring water over there in a little bit, and then we're going to install the hallway here, which will be brick walls. And I think it'll be I don't know how to make this even here. Let's go into planning actually. That will help. Walls here. So we need just the original wall. I think we're going to do it like this, even though the door is not really like that. Now offices, which are what we're going to be building next here, they need a 4x4, so let's just design a bunch of 4x4s, I guess. Planning 1, 2, 3, 4. So planning rooms, 1, 2, 3, 4, so they only have to be that wide. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 right there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then that can be just like a cleaning closet or something like that, because it's also built a little weird on this side as well, so we can just use that as that. So there we go. And then door, 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 and door. There we go. So that should work out pretty well. Let's start building those actually, just to kind of just so we can get some staff in here working before we let the prisoners in, because you can't just let the prisoners in the prison right away without any organization or anything like that. So we're just going to get some staff in here, and then they're going to start working, and then we can continue building the prison here, and place that there. And then let's mark these as staff room, not staff rooms, offices here. This should also be marked as an office. There we go. And they should all be the right size. I mean, all we have to do is add the items in, and then we should be good. And then we'll add like let's just do cleaning closet or something like that. Shoot, no, this is these are gonna be hallway. This is gonna be cleaning closet. This one's gonna be hallway. So we can ignore that for now. This one's just gonna be storage for now, because I'm nice to my workers. So now we just have to get the items in here, which is a filing cabinet, a chair, and a desk. So let's just get an office desk, place it right there, and a filing cabinet. Place a filing cabinet in each room. Place them right there, right there, right there, right there. Get a chair in each room. Place it right there, right there, right there, right there, right there, right there, and right there. And then obviously we have to get the desks as well. So let's just place these in as well here. Alright, there we go. So these should all be functional offices now. All we need is a staff door, which I will gladly add, because we want to protect our staff, because they're very important to us. And then I'm just going to get a large jail door, but then we'll lock it open, place them every so often here, just so prisoners cannot actually get to the parts that we do not want them to, because the armory will probably sit right about here, and that will be very dangerous. So we're actually going to lock this one open here. Lock open. These will always be locked open, but if there's a lockdown, I will shut them. And then obviously we're going to need the large jail door right over here as well. This one will stay like that, just because it needs to be stayed shut. This one, I don't know what we'll do with that door, but now we can actually hire staff. First off, we need to hire the warden. That might be helpful. So he picked that office, which is nice. Shoot, do I have to go into bureaucracy? I do believe I do. Let's just get some of this stuff going here. Alright, and we'll get some of that stuff going just to get started here, and then we'll add on the armory, which will be very important here. Foundation. That is what I want. And the armory and security kind of room will sit back over here and hopefully be protected, because that is the goal. And obviously we're going to have to dismantle this wall. This is the button I'm looking for. Get rid of that wall, and then we'll have to place in our large jail door right here. And we'll keep that one open as well, even though there are no guards, so it won't really matter at all. There we go, and it is installed here. Now we just have to get some electrical wires here, make it functional. There we go, and then this should be the security room or the armory, which I don't think is actually unlocked yet, but that is just for future needs, I guess. I don't believe it is. Alright, then we can just wait for that. Let's actually, while we're waiting here, I'm going to expand deliveries and garbage a little bit here. So, deliveries is going to be expanded this way. We're actually just going to expand it all the way here. Like that, and then garbage will be a little bit bigger as well, not as big. And then exports, I'm going to try and have span, where's exports? Here. We're going to span the both two, but it's only going to be 3 wide, but just so we can have, you know, areas to do that in. So right here, let's actually build a wall. Let's actually plan it out here. So we're actually going to need an area for the new prisoners to stay, which will be this area right here. So let's give them 2 doors. Let's get rid of those. Give them 2 doors here. And no, let's just give them 1 and then put in a little wall like this, and we'll add a little shower in there for them, and then the toilet's going to line this wall over here. So let's try that out here. Let's bring the pipes all the way down here, actually, because we'll probably need them. Right here, right there, alright. And yeah, so let's actually add the walls in first, just to get the walls in as well, installed already. We'll have to get benches is what we'll need first. That's what they sit on while they wait for them to get assigned a room here. And then obviously toilets will be very important, so we don't get angry or whatever they do when they don't have what they want. And then we'll get some drain tile right there. We'll also get a shower head, right? We'll get 2, because I'm a nice warden. I don't even know if I am a warden. I think I'm just an architect who works for the prison, but yeah. We'll get these small pipes installed here, and small pipes installed here and here. And we don't actually have to install them there, I don't believe. And then we'll just run an electrical wire right across there. So that should be all that actually is required for holding cell. Let's actually just install it. Oh yeah, we just have to add a door now, which we can do. Large jail door. Once that gets installed, that should be our holding cell, and we can hold how many prisoners? I wonder how can we count. How many prisoners can we actually hold in this? I'm not sure about that yet. But everything is going fine over here, so I think this might be our kitchen area. So let's install this actually. Make sure it's still brick. And then we'll add a door, as always. It'll have to be a staff door because it'll be our kitchen staff, who will work over in this area over here. Do not demolish any of my walls. Yep, there are no canteens. That's the only issue. Let's actually get another bench in here. Clicky, and place it right there. There we go. This will be, that should not have demolished the wall, but we'll put the wall back. This will be our canteen. It'll be important that we get electrical wires over here. That will help out a lot. This is where most of our electricity gets used. I'm gonna try and see if I need another capacitor. I'll add a few more capacitors around. We'll actually just max out capacity wise over here, because we might need it. Be helpful to have a little extra power here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add the canteen. What do we need for a canteen? That's right. We might as well label it as a room first. Not a canteen, we need a kitchen. That's what I'm trying to do. Kitchen. like that. Cooker, fridge, and all that. It should appear now. Yep, so we're going to add in a few sinks right in the back here. And don't forget to put them on this side. It's very important that you wash your hands. And then the fridges shall line... shoot, which way is the fridge facing? We'll put them just along here. And then the cookers. We need a lot of these. Just so that way we can have a huge capacity of cooking food here. Because it is important that we can cook the maximum good amount of food for all our prisoners to eat on. And freezers will store it, and water will wash it, and all that good stuff. Now we have to add in our utilities here. Get some water going over here, and get some going over here as well. The power has all connected, I do believe. Yep, and then we will add a little bit of a, where is it? This will be the canteen. The canteen, I'm going to strive for a bigger canteen today, just so that way we can prepare for the future a little bit more. Excuse me. I think that would be a great canteen to serve the prison pretty well here. I hope it'll work pretty well. But otherwise, we will add a door, a staff door, right along here as well. And yeah, this will help section them off between the entire prison here, which I hope will help a little bit. Just to, I'm trying to, basically what I do is I section off the prisons, so that way people can feel safer and stuff inside the prison as well. Like all these doors are locked open, even though this one isn't. That room will be used eventually. Don't worry about that. Sadly, we don't have the room unlocked, so I was kind of thinking ahead a little bit too much there. And then we'll add a nice wire cable running down the middle, and we'll label this as the canteen, and place it right in there. And then we'll have to add a bunch of tables and stuff like that. So we're going to actually add the serving tables right along this wall here. Can we fit one right in there? No, I don't know what we'll put there. But then also we'll have to add some serving tables on the other end as well, because we can only serve with the stuff we have. So that should be good for serving tables here. And then I don't really want to have that much congestion, because then it'll start riots and stuff like that. So it's very important that you have room in between each table here. So we'll add, that should be good. And then 1, 2, 3, and then the table will go there. The main priority is to fit a lot of people in the canteens, which sometimes can be hard, because you build a huge canteen and it's expensive, but then the tables and the chairs and stuff like that take up so much room. It just gets really hard to feed them all. Alright, sweet. This room is a pretty good size here for all the tables and canteens that we need. Really should have designed this, but I kind of got lucky a little bit there with how the room was designed. So this should be able to feed plenty of prisoners for a while, as long as we we'll have to tweak the schedule. That'll be like a whole episode, is tweaking the schedule to make sure that the maximum security prisoners do not run into the minimum security prisoners, and protective custody will not run into maximum security, or whatever. So it's always very important that we can tweak the schedule so that way food is distributed nicely, and we have time to distribute it and all that. I don't know what that noise was. I think that's me getting my money for the day. But that should be a pretty good canteen to serve a lot of people at once, which will be nice here. We might want to add something in this first room here. I'm not sure, but we have to build the rest of the prison now, which is going to be a little difficult. I actually should probably start hiring these people. Foreman, guard, and the cooks will get right to work here. We're just going to hire 2 for now, because there is no one to feed. Prison labor is very useful. Alright, so eventually we'll get the armory and the remote access and all that good stuff. This is what I do when I have a lot of money, is I just kind of start out buying a lot. I started out doing all that stuff here. So now it's actually time to start designing the actual prison here. So we're actually going to start with a small hallway, just to start up the prison here, just so we can separate the prisoners from the rest of the stuff here. So that way they don't wander into this area. And, I mean, it's gonna be a little hard with this door here. I might move it over here or something like that, just to separate them a little more. Yeah, the maximum security prison will go down here, and then we'll do death row up over here. But that's for another episode. I'm actually gonna move this door. Thinking about it now. Dismantle it, and then we're gonna rebuild the wall. If they'll dismantle it, that would be amazing. Alright, and dismantle it, and place it back. Place it. Okay, I think I did that, and then we're gonna put the door back over here. So, I mean, there's nobody to really cook. Oh yeah, there we go. Alright, so that had a little incident there. Then a jail door will actually be placed right in here to be able to get in and out of the jail, which is like the main entrance here. This is basically the main entrance to the actual jail. Now the hardest part about this is, and it's something I always forget about, is visitation. Mostly because there's not much security you can do. I'm actually going to add the visitation entrance right over here. I do believe that's garbage, but visitation I usually keep in a 1x1 here, and have them walk into. They have their normal entrance here, but then visitation they have to walk through a bunch of security doors over here. So let's actually just place this one down, and then we'll add a visitation room. I'll place it like right here and right here, and then let's actually expand this out a little bit more, so that way we can section off the visitors from the prisoners, and then that can't, you know, exchange anything or anything like that, which will be nice. Because there's lots of layers of security that we will have to go through to be able to let these guys in. First off, we're gonna have to do a bunch of jail door checkpoints here, which is always very important, to do jail door checkpoints, so that way prisoners can't just open, you know, be lucky and get out one door and stuff like that. Let me actually just fix this room, because I built it in the wrong spot now. Garbage. We're gonna have to unzone this spot, I guess. I think that's good now, right? Yeah. Yep, so this is going to be visitation. I have to add a little bit of electrical wiring in now. Kind of forgot to do that. Just for now, we'll place it like that, and we'll bring this one down over here and bring it through the exit. That should work. How are we doing on bureaucracy? Nothing new. Up deployment and intelligence and patrols. That'll be really useful. Legal prep, death row. Yep. All right. Oh yes, I have to buy a lawyer now, which I should have a room for him. Yeah, I have plenty of rooms. Lawyer. There we go. I usually only buy one of them because I don't really need that many of them. I don't find them as useful. Shoot, where will I add a door? This will be our little mini yard. Large jail door here, and large jail door here, and little jail door here. And then we'll zone this as a yard. Let's see, yard. This is our little mini yard back here. It's kind of depressing and sad. This is our, I don't know what yard we'll use this for. We'll use it for something. Just we have to watch prisoners as they come out through here. Well, I'll add a yard entrance for these guys right in here as well. I think these guys kind of deserve a window as well, and they can also look out the yard as well. Windows are always nice. We'll have to do sprinklers a little bit later here. What utilities are we missing? We're missing one electrical cable. It's always that one. That one electrical cable. And then we'll add in some phone booths right along the top over here. So that way if nobody actually comes, they can call them and be like, hey, what's up guys, you're supposed to say, and come over and talk to me and all that. So I think we're actually just going to finish up this room here, and then we're going to have to call it the episode here today, guys. If you guys did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like as always, because it is very important that you do that. It lets me know that you guys did enjoy it, and you want to see more of it as well. That's also very important. So let's actually just design this real quick. So the visitor will have to, what I tend to do is I tend to do a wall of this, so that way it's hard to actually get in. And then you put a large jail door here, and then you have to put some metal detectors right here and right here. And then you can put a visitor table right through here, right through here. Actually, let me actually just turn this around here. Right? The 3 we want on the bottom. Okay, that's not gonna work. Alright, whatever. Then we'll just do it like this. And then the jail door will be there, and then, did I really put an electrical wire right there? Well, that was just fancy. Alright, so that works. And then, obviously, we have to add a metal detector at the end of this hallway here, because you never know who's actually going to come out. You never know, And then also just an extra one right there. They are pretty expensive, but they work out in the long run. I'm making no money right now, so we have to be really careful on what we're doing now, because we actually hit no money, which might poke us in the butt in a little bit here. So let me just get some of this stuff here, so that way we're prepared for when the prisoners actually come in. So this one should be pretty well functioning here. I'm going to try and avoid having the prisoners actually go out there, which it's very dangerous to do. I prefer not to do it, just because it is dangerous. To just have them wander over here. But so far we have no guards, no armor guards, no doctors, nothing of that, because we're out of money here, but we're also out of time for the episode. So if you guys did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and tell me in the comments that you did like this, and I'll gladly make more of this. And thank you guys for watching today's episode, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day. Peace out.